and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Simba Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike,
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your move.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
My name's Sal Marquez, El Presidente. We are standing by for Tony Donahue of the Tony D podcast. We're efforting to, as we say in the business, we are efforting to try to get a hold of him and see what's going on with him. So, a lot to talk about in the college football world, so I was kind of standing by to see if we can get him on. But here's the thing. We talked about the Utah loss. And here's what we would have thought if Utah would have won, which I think that's what everybody thought was going to happen. And if they win, they're in. That's just the way it was going to happen. But, of course, now unless Georgia wins, and although we don't really see that happening, but you never know. Hey, it's college football. It's college football divisional weekend. Oklahoma will obviously probably be Baylor again. However, I don't think it'll be enough to derail. Again, we're assuming this is what we were talking about before the loss to Oregon. Huge loss to Oregon. And what does that mean in the Pac-12? Again, we're standing by for Tony Donahue, so we'll try to get back into that. But so, man, if you're Jason Garrett, you can't even sit down. Your seat is so freaking hot. And now you've got your boy, your owner, who's not necessarily backing you. So I think that it's all but certain that Jason Garrett will be gone as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And that's been a coach that, JJ, the owner of the Cowboys, has stood behind. And, this week we saw, man, I tell you what, I am dying with this throat today. Dying. So basically, Jerry Jones gets cut off. It gets basically dropped from a radio show that he was getting pretty heated. And, well, you can't curse on the radio, not in regular radio. You can in satellite radio and streaming radio and that sort of stuff. You can on podcasts, but you can't on radio. And so he gets knocked off the air, if you will. Says, get your damn act together. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones gets heated, curses during radio show interview. I don't have the sound bite on that, but that's kind of what the tweet was saying. So, and it's unfortunate that Ed's not going to be on because he could probably talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, and they'd probably get a kick out of with old Jerry Jones. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones got testy and foul-mouthed during a radio show interview following the team's loss to the Chicago Bears on Thursday night. Jones is still upset with the Cowboys losing their third straight game, called into the radio station 105.3 The Fan in Dallas on Friday. When asked if he was embarrassed by the loss, Jones went off, get your damn act together yourself, okay? Settle down just a little bit. Jones said, I don't like your attitude to come in. I've been traveling all night long, and I don't have the patience to jack with you today. Oh, I mean, I think the writing is on the wall. Again, we're standing by, still trying to get Tony Donahue of the Tony D podcast to join us. I know he's got a lot going on too, so we're efforting to try to reach him. Other coaches, talking about coaches, is on the hot seat. We've talked about this till we're blue in the face all year long with Adam Jividen and Mo and Ed and others that have come on the show. That Freddie Kitchens is right there in the line of fire to get fired. He's going to be a one and done. I think a lot of people think that. I don't think he was ready to take the head coach position of the Cleveland Browns, and it's just been an embarrassment. I mean, everything from the Myles Garrett issue with the Pittsburgh Steelers T-shirt, the Cleveland Browns coach may not be in major trouble, but there's no sure thing that that he won't be the one and done. And I think that's exactly what we think will happen. And he's on the hot list. And I was just trying to think off the top of my head who else might be on the hot seat. We've got Black Monday coming up here it's a month or so away, but certainly that's when all the coaches get fired. And December football is when that it starts to become clear, and the Black Monday is probably a month away. What, 4 weeks away? We look at it like that. It's college football championship weekend. A lot of games going on. A lot of things going on. See what happens. Going back to just looking at the coaches on the hot seat, Jason Garrett, as we talked about, Freddie Kitchens, Anthony Lynn, or Chicago's Matt Nagy. Those are coaches that come to mind that will be on the hot seat. Where will they be at? Where will they go? Who will fill those seats? Who will be leaving other jobs that you think would be an opportunity? There'll be some college coaches getting fired too. We're going to see that get worked up this weekend. 917-889-8516. Trying to effort to get a hold of Tony Donahue of the Tony D podcast. Not sure if that's going to happen, but I do know coming up at 10 o'clock, because I know you guys are just tired of hearing me talk, aren't you? But coming up here at 10 o'clock is Kent Sterling of KentSterling.com going to talk with us about the Indianapolis Colts and, the position that they found themselves in. And then in an embarrassing loss to Tennessee last weekend, I was at that game, and I just, one thing after another, and it's one thing to get beat by a good team. It's another thing to beat yourself against a divisional rival opponent and one that you've beaten before and one that you have a good history of beating and winning. I mean, we have had the upper hand as far as the record goes with the record between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts, and they let it slip away. And so, here we are. And so we're going to be talking with Kent Sterling about that and about what's going on with that. And of course, we'll get into some conversations about the Eagles. Of course, Ed Kraft is going to be able to join us because of the Eagles' schedule. But the Eagles have the Giants at New York on Monday night, and we saw old Mr. Manning. It looks like he's going to be suited up for the start. Maybe is he going to make a valiantly return to the starting position? Highly unlikely, but that's okay. The Mannings are a class act. They really are. As we know Peyton very well from here in Indianapolis. And then, of course, their dad, Archie, and their brother that's never played because of an injury that he had, but is very active in sports broadcasting and that sort of stuff. But Eli Manning going to get the start there as well. So talking a little bit about some coaching stuff that's going on just across the world of sports. The Knicks fired David Fizdale as head coach after a 4-18 start. We saw that one coming, didn't we? And you know what? We're going to get into some more NBA talk in the coming weeks. It's kind of hard to fit everything in a 2-hour period. We should go to 4 hours. Man, that would be an undertaking, wouldn't it? Woo! For sure. 917-889-8516 is our digits. Thank you, Matthew, earlier for giving us an update on Fernando Alonso. That's some pretty big news, so we'll see what happens there. Rick Riggin couldn't join us today either, our official college football contributor, but he's a Lions fan, and you got to think that the bearded man with a pencil, Matt Patricia, is nearing the end of his rope there with the Detroit Lions. The end is near. Dan Quinn is another coach who seems to be sitting on an extremely warm seat. Many people around the league expect the Falcons ownership to fire Quinn at the bye, but it never happened. The Falcons showed a little life, but they are 3-9, and the Falcons haven't been the same since blowing the Super Bowl almost 3 years ago to the New England Patriots. Quinn